Ahoy, this is Zdenka. What is the difference between CPL and ND filter, and why every photographer and videographer needs one of each in their camera bag? Well, I'll explain everything in today's video. Let's get moving. ND filter and CPL filter are more than just two pieces of glass to protect your lens from dust and scratches. Whenever you go shoot outdoors, your photos and videos will look perfect, bright, colorful, and cinematic. They look the same, and a lot of people get them confused. They think they're the same. They're not. They do completely different things. What are they? The main difference is that neutral density or ND filter lets you control how much light you're getting into your camera, so you can control aperture, depth of field, and also your shutter speed. Similar way works CPL or circular polarizing filter, but it's more selective on what light passes through to your camera. They manage glare and reflections and help bring colors, which is key for landscape and travel photography. Let's look at ND filter or neutral density filter in great detail. What this filter can do for you. It doesn't affect colors in the image, but it allows you to use wide aperture on a very bright sunny day. Here is a video sample where I'm not using any filter. The aperture is high, therefore you don't get that beautifully blurred background behind me, that cinematic look we all want. Let me add the filter on, lower the aperture all the way down. Now the footage looks much better. Another thing ND filter allows you to do is to shoot with slower shutter speed on a bright day. In a video, for example, when you're trying to capture time lapses and motion lapses with that sweet blur effect. For photography, you can take photos of fast moving objects with blur effect, or you can take those stunning landscape photos of lakes with that water kind of looking like a glass, or rivers and waterfalls where the water is kind of flowing very, very soft. For that, obviously, you need the ND filter. Lastly, this filter balances exposure across the whole photo, so you will get properly exposed foregrounds and backgrounds and darkened sky. Let's look at the other filter, which is CPL or circular polarizer. If you own polarized sunglasses, then you know what the effect can do. First of all, it will help you bring natural saturation in the photos and video, so the images will pop. When I was filming in the woods and it was overcast and it was wet everywhere, I was using this filter for my B-roll, so it made the colors very rich and pop. It made my footage a lot more cinematic. Another amazing use is when you take photos or videos of lakes. It will reduce glare and reflections so you can see through the water. The same thing happens with cars. It will make their color pop, it will reduce reflections. I was using this filter when I was filming in this town to get the sky blue and all other colors pop. To use this filter, simply spin it around until you get the desired effect. Keep in mind though that the strongest effect will happen at 90 degrees away from light source, such as sun. These two filters are very similar and they often get very confused. ND filter is better for blocking the light. CPL filter is better at bringing the colors and reducing glares and reflections. I can tell you that I use both filters equally, especially when it comes to video. If I'm filming myself outdoors, then I'm definitely always using ND filter to reduce the light so the background is nicely blurry behind me and I'm in focus. But when I'm filming B-roll, when I'm not, just kind of the surroundings, that I pop on the CPL filter, which makes everything just more bright and colorful and darkened sky. It just makes it pop. It makes it look a whole lot cinematic. By the way, I created very detailed video on how to use these CPL filters, so check that out. The link is here or also in the video description below. Also, in the video description below, you will find links to these filters in different sizes. Which size of the filter do you need? If you grab a lens, I have here Nifty 50mm lens, then usually in the front at the bottom here is a number. Here it says 52mm. That's the size of the filter you need for your lens. You don't have to necessarily buy all the filters for each different lens. If they have different sizes, you can also get what's called step-up rings. I included the links in the bottom as well. They are very inexpensive, so they will definitely save you some money. And as always, if you liked today's video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to all future videos like these. If you have any questions or comments, or simply want to say hello, or just share something with me, please do so in the comment section below. You know, I always read all the comments and I always respond. And I am looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Ciao, ahoy!